Hello. I'm waiting on everyone to come into the chat room. Everyone should know who I am. I am spiritually Naima, and I want you all to see what I'm bringing you all. I'm bringing you all my spring attire here with my cowboy boots. No, my cowgirl boots. Hello. How's everyone? Okay, now I can start walking. Y'all don't realize I walk 3 hours just pacing every day, all day long. I'm a walker. I can really and truly walk from here. I can walk about at the most about 8 hours. Not 8 hours, but 8 miles. I can walk about 8 miles a day. I cannot get my words out. So I am definitely the offspring of a hunter gatherer. Yes. You all doing okay today? Hey, thank you. Hello, Ashley, and thank you, I, I, Sima. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming out. Hello, Romani, and hello, Shannon Oshun. Hey, Zahava. Hey, Zahava. Sometimes I be calling your name. It's just a pretty name. I'll just say, you know what? Zahava, Zahava is a cute name. One of my dolls is gonna be named Zahava. Hey, 2 Corinthians. Hey, Malika. Hey, Aziza. How are you? Hey, Elizabeth and Summer Rose and Michelle. I'm out here right now, and the beauty of rural nature. And here are the guys riding their bikes. It's a hot day today, so if I fall out and I faint, please call 911 because this blood pressure medicine, the new one, it ain't no joke. Boy, it ain't no joke. It's not getting my pressure down like how I would really want it to be, like at least 120. Usually my blood pressure is like 113 over 70 when they get it down. But it's riding like 135 over 89. That's still not good because they want it lower than that. You know what I'm saying? I feel better when it's lower than that. But I got some good news for y'all. Guess what? Auntie made it. I don't know what that sister made out of, but she's no longer on the surgical unit, y'all. She is now in a room. I have a halo. So when y'all see me with the camera down low like that, I was told that is a halo. So you all see that? That's my aura, my halo over my head. I don't know if that's good or bad, y'all. See? I don't know if it's good or bad, but I have a halo that's over my head. And now that explains everything. Everywhere I go, people stare at me. Especially the little children. Me and Willie, we go on a place together. No one pays him any mind. Their eyes are too busy trying to stare at me. I guess because of this halo that's over my head. Now, this is something kind of recent that showed up. I don't know if it has something to do with the dreadlocks or what. I don't know what it is, but it's there. And it'll give my hair this appearance like, you know, it gives my hair this appearance like it's a lot of static electricity around it. But, you know, this is where my supernatural powers at. In these. It's a halo. That's why they made up that story about Jesus having this halo over his head and all of that. In actuality, they were mimicking the afro. If your hair is in its natural state, you're more than likely going to have a halo. No, this is not toxins and this is not nanoparticles and all of this other stuff that's going on. Because if it was nanoparticles and toxins, then we'll all be able to show this on the camera. But not everybody can show this on camera. Hello? Hello? I'm so glad to see everybody. I am going to try my best to make good on this. But look, every person, I don't care what color you are, do not dye your hair. Don't cut it. And allow it to grow. That's power. Why you think you see the Rastafarians with their hair all the way down their foot? Those are gods. And the powers, especially a psychic ability, you can't touch it. You know, cut away at your hair and then wonder, hey, you're cutting yourself off from the power of, guess what? The cosmos. You're just cutting yourself off from that. We really don't supposed to cut our nails and our toenails or anything like that. All of that's supposed to stay on us. We're a lot of people get upset with me, but we're still animals. And I'm not talking about animals in the sense of we're wild, we're crazy, and we're barbaric, and you know what I'm saying? We have no morals. But honestly, you really don't have all of that. The fact that we do have that all comes from colonization, social engineering. This is the work of your masters. But in a natural world, we would have the instincts of the animal because we are. Hello? When you're in your survival mode, you use your animal instincts to survive. This is artificial what we're going through right now. This all organization is all organized. But you don't see animals getting the clippers out, clipping their toenails. Let me clip my toenails right quick. Let me clip my fingernails. But we do. I clip my toenails. I clip my fingernails. But in my natural environment, I wouldn't do so. Your hair would grow if you are a melanoid with this texture hair. Your hair would grow like mine if there weren't combs. So when people get disgusted with people who have long fingernails, long toenails, and long dreaded hair, these are people that are disconnected from what? The universe, the laws of nature. They're disconnected. This is why they do not receive the necessary information from the divine. They're lacking divinity. Even though I am so unnatural myself, a lot of it is because, now the fact that I've gotten so deep into it, my body depends on it, and that is medication for blood pressure. What's so bad about it is it strips your body's natural ability to regulate blood pressure. Now it needs something synthetic to do it. So it's just like getting off of it. It's like a kill switch, unless you can find a natural way to control it. Trust me, I did it for 6 months. I was good. When that oldest aunt passed away, every time somebody like a matriarch or somebody in the family passes away, I start developing their symptoms. I sure do. I began to feel what they've been feeling, and that's something I just cannot put a finger on how to get some control over it. Now, I know what it's all about, what it is, But how in the world am I going to control it so I can get some relief, in other words? Well, now, anyways, now that the fact that Auntie is better, I don't have to be sitting over here. And I didn't realize I was worried about her like that. I really didn't. I didn't think I was worried about Auntie. But now I realized that I really was. Because it was like a relief when I found out. The nurse said, oh, she's doing fine. She's recovering. Because I was given the passcode by a family member. So I'm so glad that everything is okay, because my biggest concern, and she talked to me a good little while last night, because me and Ethel, we're connected, and me and her just had this conversation. She was talking away, and she even told me some things about myself I didn't know, and I was like, wow, until you communicating with me? Connect yourself and ground yourself and attune yourself with people who got supernatural powers. Hello? Y'all got somebody like that in y'all family? Because they can let you know some things. Now, I need to strike a deal. Now, this is what I was told. Do not try to entertain this individual when this individual become an ancestor. If I don't become an ancestor before she does. Because if y'all wasn't getting along in life, then y'all still won't get along when she becomes an ancestor. But I got to find a way, some kind of a way, to get this thing worked out. Because I ain't lying. My powers sure enough are stronger now. And she's still alive. But my powers are stronger. I'm able to predict some strong outcomes that come out just like I said does. But I don't know. It may be something that's in the family that I had already had. You know what I'm saying? Because I am an indigenous Native American. And I'm proud of it. And I'm at home. See what I'm saying? Because these trees, they recognize me. Okay? These lavender, beautiful flowers recognize me. Right now. They recognize me. I can get my hand on this right here. And I can probably heal somebody and curse somebody with it. Because I'm in my native land. You come here and you're from Alabama. You can't work the roots here like I can. Hello? Just like I wouldn't, if you in your native land, I can't come over there and work them roots like you can. Did y'all not know that? If you remain in your birthplace, you're recognized because all these are my ancestors. Hello? Let me go back over here so y'all can get what I'm saying right here, right now. Hello, waste management. Look at this right here. These are my ancestors. Right here. The bones, the flesh, the tears, the joy, and the grief. Okay? Is here buried in this soil where all these trees are growing. Did y'all not know this? This is my home. Home of my ancestors and my offspring. So I got what? I got leverage here. I got power here. Sweet Home, Alabama. Y'all ever heard that song? Sweet Home, Alabama. Lord, I'm coming home to you. I love my state. I love it. Because when I'm here, I ain't too far from my ancestral warriors. And they get to seeing what I got to, where she at? I can talk to them. They talk back to me. Already Auntie talking to me. Now I got to figure out how come now I can hear her communicating because I was in the bathtub and everything. And she was just telling me, she said, you safe. I said, what you mean you safe? She said, because they want to come after you. I said, who is they? The ones that came after me. She said, but you safe because she said, you got some kind of hard covering right over your abdomen and they can't penetrate. I would tell y'all more, but I can't get deep into it. What it looks like and how she described it. But see, this is why you need your ancestors. Y'all stop all of this worrying about what book they done wrote where you can learn this, that, and the other when it comes to the supernatural. Stop worrying about looking at a bunch of YouTube channels looking for the answers. You already got the answers. All you got to do is get in a quiet place with a lit candle. Somebody in your family gonna come and speak to you. You understand what I'm saying? I know what you're saying. Well, mama, how you know if it ain't a malevolent spirit? You gonna know how I feel. You gonna feel it. But like I told y'all on a video last week, I said, I know what auntie feel like. This is the way you gonna know, and I got interrupted. This is the way you gonna, if I hit that 30 mark, they gonna pop it, zap it. But this is the way you know what's good and what's bad. If it ain't feeling right, if it don't feel right, then you know that it's not a sacred ancestor. Does that make sense? Hello? If it look too good to be true, then maybe it is. Just like you see these bright colored frogs and stuff like that. They're so beautiful. You want to touch them, but it may kill you. So you know what I'm saying? If it sounds like it's just too good, you can't fool with it. Because something like that will get you messed up. I tell y'all all the time, I'm responsible for murdering my uncle. I'm going to tell you what it's like. I murdered my uncle in 2012. Right around that time Whitney Houston died. I think Whitney Houston died 2012. I murdered him. And it happened all by mistake on my behalf because I remember, you know, him being funny with me. And like I said, it's all centered around, you know how it is, family members is always centered around, you know, assets and stuff and estate stuff and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he was funny because he wanted my mother's and father's house, but the will was in my name. So we had to go and go to court with each other. I just don't know why, because he felt like because we were adopted, we didn't, me and my sister, we didn't deserve anything. But I let him know, because see, I just remember this uncle as being a child, you know. And I think sometimes they get confused with you being a child versus you being an adult. And I let him know, you know, well, we're going to have to go to court over this issue because, you know, I am their legal child. And this will is in my name. And I had a battle with him, and then there was a cousin that said, y'all adopted, y'all don't supposed to get nothing. I said, well, then you gonna have to state that in court too. I was taking on men, y'all. I was taking on men. Most women would have went somewhere and run. But if a man is in my face and he wants to take something that belongs to me, then we can get in the boxing ring. That's my attitude. I'm not going to sit down here and cry. I'm scared. It's a man. I will blow your motherfucking brains out, nigga. Give a goddamn because you got a dick. Hello? You can get some too. Some of this. Don't let no man scare you. You got a lot of women that get scared. They just walk off and let a man take all their shit and everything. Shit, man, Man, just go ahead on and lay him down. So this uncle had really upset me. And so I spoke to the ancestors. At the time, I wasn't calling it no ancestors. That was 2012. I was just speaking to the spirit. That's why I made the mistake. I was like, Spirit, you seen what happened to me with this man. This man betrayed me. Man pulled a gun out on me too. Y'all didn't know that, did you? This uncle pulled a gun out. At least I felt like it was a gun because I was like, hey, uncle, I heard you said something about you got a problem with me having my mom and dad house. That's just exactly how I approached him. And he went there and ran to the back of his truck and everything. And I said, well, and I had a gun on me. I said, you don't want to take that out. You may want to back away from your trunk. Mr. Willie was with me and he had his Glock. You know what I'm saying? So old Unc has tried to be all nice about it. Try to make like he was just firing up a cigarette. I was really upset with his ass. This is the uncle that I used to, that lived in California, Compton, California, and we spent the summers and stuff up there with him. And I couldn't believe this nigga wanted to try me. So I said, okay, don't worry about it, Unc. I wasn't invited into his house or nothing like that. His whole attitude. See how things changes people when they see money, dollar signs. It changes people. This nigga was trying to tell me after I had done slaved, okay, 19 years at my mama and daddy's house that he was going to get it. No, you ain't. That's mine. It ain't wrote on it, not yours. So, I never will forget it was. I ain't gonna tell y'all what night that was, cause certain nights are very powerful for me. Very powerful nights. Yes, both while you young and you well. Cause it may come a day when you lying down and you're gonna have to be humbled. So enjoy these moments, okay? I just stuck that in, okay? Quote, quote, unquote. So this particular night, my power night. I said, okay, I'm going, you know, I went on a witching hour and everything. And that spirit told me what to do. I can't tell y'all. See, now some of y'all who got history with me, y'all know what I did. Because I had already told y'all what I did. But I ain't going to repeat it no more, what I done. But anyway, so I said, okay. I'm going to do what you tell me to do. I sat down. I was full. And I knew everything gonna work in my favor. And the spirit that told me to do it was shown up right there. Right there when I got it done. Mr. Willie was there too. Mr. Willie said, you gonna do something like that? Y'all like, I gotta get that aura. That aura is getting really, really bright. You gonna do something like that? I said, yes, I sure am. I did what I had to do. And a week passed by. I got a phone call. And the phone call was, hey, guess what? You know Uncle Salt died. And I was like, what? Called my sister up. I said, hey, Uncle Salt died. She cried and she cried and she cried. And I couldn't even understand that. I'm like, you didn't even know him like that. You know, what you crying for? So she cried, but she was going through a whole lot of stuff herself. So I can understand that. She was battling something on her own end. If you listening to me, girl. So anyways, I was like, damn, magic works pretty fast. I didn't want him to die. My arm getting tired, y'all. I said, he died? Golly. What happened? What happened to him? He wasn't supposed to die. Well, of course, I did not go to his funeral because there have been 3 people that died that didn't like me, and I didn't go to their funeral. 3. I'm not going to your funeral if you did not like me. Or if even I got the notion that you didn't like me, I'm not going your way. So I was like, okay. I sat down and I said, well, now this right here wasn't supposed to be him dying. I just wanted to kind of like punish him for mistreating me and making me feel. I'm going to get one of them sticks, some cell phone sticks. Let me hurry up and get that. Let me get a cell phone stick. And when you give ideas like that, there are other content creators that study your every word. This is what they do. They go and take aspects out your video, title their video that, and then try to make it as if though you copying off them, but in actuality, they're taking bits of your content and trying to make it them. But what I like about people are naturally intuitive, naturally psychic, and they can see the real from the fake. There's a lot of fake people out there. What makes you a fake? When people can look and tell that you're not genuine about what you're talking about. Because it sounds as if though it's coming from something that you seen somewhere, you heard somewhere, read somewhere. People can tell. But people want to swear, I kid you not. This all came from me. But why doesn't it not feel like it came from you? Why does it feel like you are faking? So if I say I'm going to get a stick, a cell phone stick, some of these content creators who watch me, they will go and do a video. I got a cell phone stick to make it seem as if though I got the idea from them. Now, don't get me wrong. Lots of people are using cell phone sticks, okay? That's not original to me. I'm just saying in this small sector of so-called witches, this tiny sector of so-called witches, okay? It ain't but a few of us here. You know what I'm saying? So then they'll be like, oh, she got that idea from me. See, I know all of the games, but I'm the author. It's best to be the author. When you are an author to source, you never run out of ideas. When you are what they call an introvert, like myself, there are plenty of ideas. I'm an introvert, not an extrovert. I'm not a social butterfly. I am a loner. So we have time to concentrate and listen. Not talk and communicate, but listen to what? Source. With the sages and the oracles. That's who we are. There are all kinds of sages, all kinds of oracles. Come from many different walks of life. With many dialects. Englishman dialects. Spanish speaking. Portuguese speaking. America, English speaking. All the way down to us. With southern drawls. Yes. Southern drawls. Gullah Geechee speech. All of that. Island speech. We all exist. So I don't have to go in this tiny sector looking for ideas. It's just, source will give me the ideas. I just like my paintings and my art. And I want to show y'all my dolls. I've gotten 5 dolls created. I don't have to go and just copy a whole bunch of dolls. Because I'm going to use my intuition. I can go and look and get ideas and tips. Because there's a young lady right now that made some extraordinary dolls. And I do not know why she do not get the notoriety that she should be getting. And she, in a sense, give you tips and stuff like that. But you still got to be able to be creative enough and know how to sew and be a doll maker in order to make the dolls. Hello? Still takes some skills. So I don't want to be the one that, it's just too much to talk about. Y'all know I can run my mouth for hours. So the fact that somebody would spend that much time critiquing me and listening to every word I say, it really makes me stop and look in the mirror and say, I must be badass. I'm something else. Because I really just do, I'm talking to my family, but really also in the same notion, it's just giving me an opportunity to walk. Because with the high blood pressure, I do need to walk. And I'm just talking, just like having a conversation, you know, like, not saying y'all ain't to nobody, but just having a conversation with myself. Just talking about what comes to me naturally. And I just didn't realize that somebody would take the time out to go back and repeat what I'm saying, because what I'm talking about, come on now. I'm trying to keep this above my head, but it's getting stronger. So y'all can see my hair better now. But when it's like this, pointing towards the sun, it shows more of a halo war. Yeah, so I'm just getting started because I'm hoping to walk 3 hours, y'all. I'm hoping to walk 3 hours, which would be equivalent to walking a distance of about what, 7 hours? I think it's a distance of 7 hours, something like that. Let me see who all in the chat room. Hey, and y'all, it's hot. It's 85 degrees here. 85. As the snowballs start falling. Yes, witches are gardeners. We're gardeners. That snowball, isn't it pretty? We're gardeners. We love to garden. We don't sit around and gossip all day and all night. Too many things to do. I gotta get out here in my garden. I don't have time to be gossiping. Hey, Tamika, how you doing? Is this Tamika I know? Okay. You for a minute there, I thought you was Sister Tamika, a Sister Tamika that I know. I know personally. Okay, hey Zebra. Hey Jackie, how you doing, Jackie? You been doing okay? Thanks for moderating. Jackie says, my southern drawl is too hot to talk any faster. Okay. Hey Curie, where you been, Curie? Jackie says, please give the video a thumbs up, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Hey Janice, how you doing? Hey, right catch, laid back. Okay. Hey, Lady Gemini, how you doing? Hey, Quinita. She said, hey, Mama, my family from Compton. My grandparents' house is behind Compton High School. Oh, man, I'm telling you, you got me talking. I'm ready to talk now. I had some wonderful days. That's when I was a child, and Unc thought I was innocent, and he could, you know how uncles think that they can fucking hide who they really are when you're a child. Then when you grow up, you realize that they are son of bitches. Yes, he turned out to be a son of a bitch. To actually say, he didn't say this, but I had a cousin that said this. But I know what his intentions were. It was to say, the fact that you all are adopted, y'all ain't blood, y'all ain't really old nothing. That's basically what he was trying to say. But we had some wonderful. Hey, SK Productions, how you doing? We had some wonderful times in Compton, California. And it was cool because I don't know if you all remember Sigmund and the Sea Monster. Sigmund and the Sea Monster was friends with Nisi. Nisi is my uncle, the one that passed, that lived in Cali. That's his daughter. And so they were friends, Sigmund and the Sea Monster, the actual star of Sigmund and the Sea Monster and stuff like that. We used to play with him. Yeah. Did I see any stars when we used to go to Cali? The only star I saw was the guy who played in Sigmund and the Sea Monster, and I got a chance to see Red Fox. But other than that, you know, I never got any chance to really see any stars. California is in Alabama. These places out south is like night and day. There's no comparison to it. You know, I really didn't have to be so concerned as a child about going to church. So when we were there, we didn't go to church. But here in the Black Belt, you going to church. But so if you just want to really get away from the church and you can afford it, you need to go to California. California wasn't that expensive at the time because it was the 1970s, and Compton was not violent. I don't know if it's still like that now, but I remember in the 90s when my uncle left there and moved to San Bernardino because he said it was just too much. Helicopters flying, and around that time, because like we went there from the 70s all the way to the 80s. By the time the 90s came, you know what I'm saying, I was a grown woman. So me being a grown woman and everything, I never went out there. His wife wanted to send for me right around the time I left there. She wanted to send for me and wanted me to come up there. Everybody wanted me to come where they was because I was such a gorgeous little girl. Hello? I'm just being honest. I was drop dead gorgeous. I was really tall and thin, and everybody wanted me to be a model. Well, you know, there's an agency up here. I want to take her to the agency. My mom said, no. Had a scout to come from New York. No. She was trying to get my mom signed papers. She said, I take care of her. My mom said, no way. And I was angry with her for a long, long time. But now in my 50s, I mean, even had a scholarship. No, I want you to go to the college I want you to go to. She wanted me to go to the college she graduated from. She graduated from such and such college. She wanted me to go there. So I went to that such and such college and I graduated from there. But when my daughter got a scholarship to go to college, I let her win. I feel like I did a whole lot of things a little bit different. All of those things my mom said no to it. I let her go. Don't hold your children back. Look, but now I kind of get it. She could see something I couldn't see. And anyways, if I really wanted that career, when I got on my own, I could have went for it by that time. I don't know. I could have. Okay, I got interrupted. I can kind of hear in the sky that roaring sound I tell y'all about when they are firing up those machines to make it cloudy. Because those come from machines. I'm going to say it all day long. I'm not going to stop talking about it. You can hear the sound in the sky. Now, see, the sun is kind of tucking in. It's getting cloudy. Listen to it. When you hear that roaring sound, that sounds like an airplane that never passes, watch the sun go behind the clouds. And it starts getting cloudy. Now this time, I heard the sound from that direction and the sound from the behind me. So there are actually two apparatuses because it's hard to tell exactly what they are that's pumping clouds out. Now it's cloudy. Pay attention, y'all. Don't let them fool you and trick you with this is God's weather. Matter of fact, we can't even say that they said that. Where that notion came from, can we trace back the origins? I believe it's science. In science class, they gave us this bullshit story about clouds being naturally forming. Cumulative clouds and all of that good stuff, and stratus clouds. All that stuff we learn in science. And how we put that together and God, I don't know. I've been sitting down trying to pick apart the lies. Where did we get this from? It's cloudy out here now. I heard both machines. Let me see what the chat said. Hey, love. I'm reading, y'all. Chad, love, I can kind of relate to that. I got a story for you too. I was messing with something and it got a cut on my finger. And you know how you get them little thin little slices, like paper slices. That's kind of like what it was, you know. And I was like, oh man, this thing hurt. Woo! I promise y'all, within 5 to 6 hours, it was gone like it was never there. Explain that. She asked about the Mandela effect. What do I feel about the Mandela effect? Well, the reason they call it a Mandela effect is because it is said that Mandela passed away one time, and later on that particular time that he passed away, he couldn't have passed away because he was still alive, and he passed away another time. That's the best way I can explain it. So it's like people would say, hey, I remember him passing away at this particular time. Oh, no, he's still alive. Oh, he's still alive? Okay, later on to find out, oh, he just passed. That's a Mandela effect. And I think everybody knows about that. What do I think about the Mandela effect? It is definitely real. It's real, and for myself personally, it's something that has just began recently happening. Meaning that I've been here 52 years. And never in my life, you know, growing up as a child, or in my teenage years or my young womanhood age, have I experienced a Mandela effect. This is something that is, something that is just so new to us. And people want to know why. That's a good question. Why are we having Mandela effects? Where are they coming from? Why not? Y'all, that would be a whole video, but I already know what's going to happen, y'all. Some of these content creators that do not like me, they're going to label a video and talk about the Mandela effect. So by the time I'm ready to talk about the Mandela effect, they're going to be done already covered it. And then they're going to be like, see, she copying off me. So all I can say is this, because y'all heard it from me. I'm going to talk about the Mandela effect and why we are having it now, okay? Now, I know what people are going to say. It's been going on for a while. I'm just saying that back in the 70s, back when I was a child in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and 90s, hello? I hadn't experienced any. But I have recently began to experience them I had my first experience with the Mandela effect, and others probably had theirs before then. My first experience was with it like 2015. That's when I was like, what is this? And then somebody gave me the name for it. I do believe it's real. And I do believe and feel like it's a timeline glitch, timeline malfunction is responsible for our Mandela effects. I told you all, we're running out of what? Space. This is what I know it to be. We're running out of space. When you're running out of space, then you began to have trouble with other parallel universes colliding with other universes. I don't even want to call it parallel because there's so many of them. And I think they're bombarding us. And I've been seeing some things around here that has really opened my eyes and got me to wondering and thinking, because I actually saw my doppelganger back in 2017. I saw my own doppelganger. And I know what people are saying. Oh, it is that, that's bad luck, and it's all of these different things. If you, it's a sign of health problems. It's a sign that you're gonna die pretty soon, and all of I've heard a little of everything. If you've seen your doppelganger, it does not mean that in a few weeks you're gonna die. Because I seen mine in 2017, for real. And like I say, I also say that we need to understand, even though we may look we're in the same place physically, but consciously, we're all not. So a lot of this depends on what conscious level you're on, whether or not you will experience these Mandela effects. Depends on where you're vibrating at the moment, or where your frequency is. Like, you may see somebody talking about some content and you may think that they are completely off their rocker. And you see a lot of people gravitate to that channel and have a lot of subscribers and followers. And you may just feel like all of these people are nuts. But in actuality, you're the nut, not them. Because this is some place that they are on at that particular moment. You understand what I'm saying? That you're not vibrating yet. That content can be beneath you. It could be on a lower frequency. Something you may consider your lower self. Or it could be somewhere way above your head. Okay, so you can't go around and say, oh, you know what, these people, I tell you what, you got to realize there's a variety of people on a variety of frequencies. You know what I'm saying? So a Mandela effect, if you haven't had an issue with a Mandela effect, it's because you're not necessarily vibrating at that particular level at this time, at the moment. You know what I'm saying? But mine's began in 2012. Okay. Something about 2012. 2012. A lot of stuff went down now. Still trying to make some sense of that number. It may be something significant to me, but you may not find any significance in that. Like I say, it could have been a door that I opened in 2012. You see what I'm saying? Or a door that was open to me, for me, at that particular moment. You may have yours 2020. But we can't go around saying that people are a basket case because we can't relate to what they say. Because, see, I have people coming to my channel that cannot relate to me. And then I hear them, I read the comments and comment sections and stuff like that, where there are people who title their videos in behind mine and read the different comments down there. And I'm like, these people are not nothing like me. So they wouldn't understand and they wouldn't get it. And I'm like, what's their fascination with watching me in the first place? It makes you wonder. There's a man down there walking. Did I see a dog just run? Oh, those are squirrels. I have never seen so many squirrels here. But I'm gonna tell you something. This U.S. government, y'all know this is just gonna be me just doing a video where I'm just walking and talking. Y'all don't mind, do it. Y'all got some questions, just let me know. I'll do my best to answer them. But know tonight I am doing a seance on the Mother Wisdom Tree channel. That's gonna be my seance channel. It's not only just, you know, us communicating with ones that, you know, we want to speak to on the other side, or conjuring up whatever we want to conjure. But it's actually a time for us to come together and commune with each other during the witching hour. So this is going to be one of those witching hour seance moments that I'm gonna have on that channel, the Mother Wisdom Tree channel, between the hours of 11:30 Central, 11:30 p.m. Central Time, to right around to about 2, I say about 1:30, something like that. So if I'm not there by 11:30, if you don't mind, just keep checking, because some people get notifications, but a lot of people don't. The majority of you all are not going to get notifications. You can't have tens of thousands of people subscribe to you, but you can only get 30 people in your chat and think that you are getting notifications sent out. So I know it's not YouTube's job to send out notifications for me. So that's why I'm asking everybody that if you want the content, please manually check. Our channels will be the channels that you will have to manually check to see, because I guess it's a lot of work on them to make sure that the bigger channels that got over 100 and some thousand followers that are very popular get their moment, because it's so many YouTube channels. I mean, shit, it's better than TV. Forget television. I'm going to YouTube. Hello? So that's why I say, if you don't mind, please just come out and check. Like I tell everybody, even this channel right here, the Mother Wisdom channel, will be a channel where I'm just going to be, you know, just walking and talking in nature. And you know how the elders used to talk about their experiences and stuff like that. You know, they talk about it. And also my experiences here living in the South as a witch and a hoodoo woman. I'm just going to be talking about little scenarios like that on this channel. And you can always catch me here between the hours of 1 p.m. Central Standard Time and around 3 p.m. Just if you could check those windows, then you will see. Because 40 people out of tens of thousands, that means I don't have but what it shows, and it sends a message that out of all of those subscribers, only 40 people are checking. That's it. And I've talked to some of them. Some people say that it's so much buffering action going on until they just can't watch it until YouTube, until I end the live stream. Now, what you make of that? Look at that pretty little butterfly flying around. I have so many butterflies in the yard. I didn't know they come out this early like that, but I be having plenty of butterflies here. You know those people right there next door. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, 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 shame. They had 2 big, beautiful, mature pear trees. They cut them down. It's bad luck to cut down a fruit tree. People don't realize that. That's bad luck. What's bad? What's bad about that? What's bad about that is that they can have a time where they have so much hardship, they're not going to be able to eat. They're going to have a very difficult year coming ahead of them. You never cut down trees that bear edible fruit. you're definitely breaking the laws of natural order. They gonna pay for that. That tree used to have an abundance of pears, and they would take the pears and they would just let them just rot on the ground. I know for sure how that works. I remember Auntie said one year I had so much vegetables and stuff, it's just too much. I was just giving it out to people in the neighborhood. It was an overabundance. I had little cherry tomatoes. I had big varieties of all kind of tomatoes. I had cherry. I had, for people who know about gardening, I had cherry tomatoes, early girl tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes, brandywine tomatoes, yellow pear tomatoes. It was just so much. And I had spaghetti squash, crookneck squash, summer squash, cantaloupe, watermelon. That garden was just, I couldn't keep up with it. I couldn't do, I didn't know what to do. Because see, harvesting is very difficult because you got to get in there in the heat, extreme heat, and pick all that stuff out of there. I had so much corn. The man behind the house came in the yard, and I said, just pick whatever you want, what you need. So he would come in so I wouldn't, mess up too bad and get all of that stuff out of that garden. And he was just picking everything, pumpkins and just you name it, y'all. You name it. And so I had took a bunch of it down to Auntie. Auntie got some. Auntie gave Harry some. Auntie gave Seal some. And it was just that much like that. And she was like, she said, "Oh, you did good that year. I really prayed over your garden." She said, "But I tell you what, the fact that you sat there and let the rest of it go down because it started stinking in there and rotting and stuff." She said, "You'll never have another garden like that because God don't appreciate that." She was right. You know what I'm saying? So when you are blessed, nature blesses you with an abundance. Make good at it. Show nature that you appreciate it. And you show them that you appreciate it by giving it out and eating it. They're going to pay for that. They cut down 2 pear trees and then turned around and cut 2 crepe myrtle trees down. Crepe myrtle tree, that's my tree. My tree is the crepe myrtle tree because the crepe myrtle tree fed me when I was hungry. No, I know what people are going to say. Wait a minute now. What you mean? You don't eat off a crepe myrtle tree? I did. You know how the crepe myrtle make those little green buds? We used to run outside and play till we got so hungry. And back in the days, you didn't just like we just let our children just eat. Go on in there, make sandwiches, go on, make a hot dog, make a hamburger, do whatever you want to do. You want to go to McDonald's, let's go to McDonald's. Let's go and get a fish fillet there. Let's go and get cheeseburger. Let's get a pizza. We didn't do that back then. Back then, you got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That was it. We were vegetarians and stuff, so we didn't really eat meat. My mom ate meat, but she said she didn't want us to eat meat. So we didn't get the meat. Only her and my dad would eat the meat. And when I was little, I didn't like meat. Anyway, so when I was forced to eat meat in school, I was just like, I love meat now. But when they would give us like fried chicken and stuff like that, I would just chew the crunch out of it and spit it out. Because I didn't like, we had went so long without eating meat that I didn't like it. But, them summers and stuff, in between time, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'd get home because, see, back then, children played. They didn't sit down there and play with Xboxes and stuff like that and sit in the house all day. Like right now, I don't hear a child around. You don't hear no children. Children don't go outside and play. Back in the days, we'll meet up with the children behind the house, down the street, everywhere. My mama didn't know it. I used to walk off so far, going to meet my friends that I went to school with. I went to Scott School, elementary. I'd be all the way across the highway take a chance, run across that highway to get to my friends. We just walk around out there and just have fun and stuff like that. And there's a cute boy over there that I like too. I'm just talking about, y'all don't mind me talking about my business. It was a cute guy. He had a bunch of sisters and brothers. All of them had green eyes. They all had pretty green eyes. And I wanted to get over there so bad. I'm like, okay, let me get over here. I was about 11, 12 years old. My mom would buy me these big old shorts. She would buy big shorts for me to wear because she said, your legs are too long. And I don't want no men looking at you. Put these big shorts on. They would be about to fall off me. So what I would do, I would go over to my friend's house. She was tall and skinny like me. And I would change my clothes. Mama didn't know that. I have a halter top on and some tight shorts and everything. Looking for that little boy. But, you know, I never ever got a chance to talk to him or anything like that. But I made sure I got a chance to see him as often as I can. So now don't think I was no hot little girl running around sleeping with people. That wasn't none of me. And everything. You know how little girls are. We just like to look at cute little boys back in the day. I think every little girl, you understand, have had their moment where they met a little guy and had a crush on him. See, your haters, what they'll do, they'll try to make that content into something totally different. Get out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? But, so that crepe myrtle was feeding me. So, shoot, when plum season was over with, because what we used to do, we used to go and pick plums and stuff down south. We had a lot of plum trees in the south. This is before geoengineering just really got out of hand. And we had fig bushes. So it was a lot to eat. I enjoyed eating out in nature more than I did at the table. So I'm on my way to out there in the little woods, because it had like a little wooded area, and they had they had big old red plums, big yellow plums, tiny little yellow plums. I don't know if y'all can relate to that, because now you can't find that kind of stuff. Blackberries, red berries. It was a stream, and we used to go out and run across. We'd jump across that stream so we wouldn't get our feet wet. And all out there was an abundance of berries. We didn't have no blueberries or strawberries or nothing like that, but it was just like blackberries. And before the blackberries got red, black, they were red. So we had the red berries, blackberries. You just sit there and eat on that all day. That was right around May and June. You could get that. May and June. We attacked people plum trees and all of that. And I remember this lady said, y'all better stay out of my plum tree. Get out of my plum tree. Those were good times. That's when food was real. You had real food in those days. You bite open an orange. Not bite open, but open up an orange. I remember we used to plug our fingers down the orange and squeeze it. Get the juice out. Y'all ever did that? Stick your finger down in that orange, and then take your time to squeeze the juice out of it. Seeds. Now, you open up an orange, don't have no seeds. Daddy would get big old long watermelons. They'd be fat on one side, skin as you go that way. They'd be light green. They don't have those watermelons no more. Now, they may have them in your area. It's just all over Alabama, I have not seen them. They were real. And the seed inside the watermelon would be like really, really big. Real thick, hard seeds. I used to chew them up and eat them too. They were just as tasty to me. Because you're supposed to eat seeds. I used to eat the apple seed. Then find out they said, oh, apple seeds are poisonous. And I remember right around August, September, we would run to my friend's house and raid her peach tree. She had 4 peach trees. And when she wasn't around, I used to go back there in the backyard and get her peaches. She didn't even know. And I would always crack the hard shell and eat the kernel in the inside. It's a wonder I ain't dead. Boy, I took some chances. But it never did nothing to me. They said that's poisonous. And the little red snake berries. My friend would be like, don't eat those. They poisonous. I ate those too. There's a crepe myrtle for people who don't know what a crepe myrtle is. It's your crepe myrtle. This is going to have pink flowers if we get rain on them. The only reason why they didn't cut this down, because they know this is mine. They can only cut the ones down that was in their yard. Here it is right here. They cut them down. So this is like my national anthem tree right here. You don't mess with no crepe myrtle. And them little green berries, I used to eat them. They were real sour, but I would suck on them and eat them. Ain't too many poisonous trees out here in America, y'all. Like they put on. They tell you, oh, don't eat this and don't eat that. It's because more than likely it cures something. That is a disease that they've created. I'm gonna have to get out the sun. How long have I walked, y'all? I want to make sure I got my walk in because it's about 90 degrees now. Take it. Okay, hey Keith, how you doing? Keith said, I love crepe myrtle. I have a lot of them. Aren't they beautiful in the summer? If they get lots of water, they bloom so pretty. When I say that the crepe myrtle is my national anthem, I mean it. I actually planted this one. This is a crepe myrtle. See? Crepe myrtle moonlight. I hope y'all can see that. That's what that is. I planted it. It's gotten really tall. Have another one here. That's a crepe myrtle. They never bloom really. And that's because it doesn't rain. If it rains, they will bloom. So I planted 3. And then I planted 2 more over there on the other side of the house. In remembrance of the crepe myrtle at my old house that I had. That crepe myrtle was about 32 years old. But I think I'm gonna sit down, y'all, and run in my mouth. Cause when I say it's hot, what are we gonna do, y'all? What we gonna do? You can't, summertime, you can't escape that heat. It be drying everything up. Y'all see I'm sweating. What y'all gonna eat today? She always got brake problems. All the time. That's my next door neighbor. Hey, Sonia. Okay, Sonia said, I've got some in my yard as well. They are beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, they come in all kind of colors too. They got pink, they got white, and they actually got red flowers. Hey, 123. 123 said we had blackberries, strawberries, and gooseberries growing wild here on Ireland Island when I was a kid. We played outside, picked berries, and never got sick. How they doing nowadays? Crazy change. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whatever happened to them? Where are the plum? I got a plum tree in the backyard now. I've had it here for 4 years. It has not bloomed. Nothing. Now I have a nectarine tree back there. It blooms every year, but it's a hybrid. The hybrids do well. So maybe we got to get hybrid plum trees. I don't know. My apple trees and stuff, they died. Each time I put an apple tree out here, it dies. I got one now back there struggling. What's going on with the apple trees? Well, see, it's a big hype now that apple seeds cure cancer. So the fact that you know, people are getting wind of the fact that the seeds cure cancer. You know, they want to make everything seedless. They want to make everything seedless because they don't want you to be able to take control of your own health care. They want to be in control of your health care. Y'all, I am ready to go to a foreign country. I am definitely ready to get to Cuba. And the reason why haven't gone yet, I cannot find anybody brave enough to go. It's about time. So y'all help me out. When I say help me out, I need y'all to go with me to the park over here from now on. I'm going to live stream in the park from now on because I got to get my nerves up to be able to make this voyage alone. My first voyage is going to be, I'm just going to take a cruise to Cuba. That's the first voyage, which I'm only going to get 8 hours in Cuba. That's it. Or I can go on an overnight cruise to Cuba, but you only get the overnight. I'm going to do that. After that, I'm going to fly alone. Mr. Willie keeps saying, oh, yeah, I'm going with you. I'm going with you. I can't wait on him. He won't get his passport. You got to have a passport and a visa to go to Cuba. So I can't rely on him. So I'm just going to fire my truck up and I'm gone. Y'all come with me. I'm gone. Y'all going to get a chance to see me for the very first time leave the country. So just in case I don't come back, I'm going to need Jackie. I'm going to need you to call the U.S. Embassy, okay? Let them know I'm missing. Y'all see Mama doing no live streams no more. And y'all know I'm stuck over there in Cuba. Hello? I remember this one lady, I said, have you ever gone overseas? We was talking about it. She said, I ain't going overseas and get over there and get stuck. I said, why you say that? She said, I know several people that done went overseas and they ain't came back home. Don't nobody know what happened to them. And one lady was telling me when I was in Key West, she was saying that they can close the borders at any time. America can actually close the borders on you and you be stuck over there. And Mama don't look Cuban. How I'm going to get away with over there? You can look at and tell I'm an indigenous North American. I'll have a hard time over there. Hello? Maleka, you going to Cuba? Girl, we probably just need to go together. We need to get our fears out of the way and just head on over there and see what Cuba have to offer, because I'm telling you, you're going to get to the point. Y'all are getting stung by mosquitoes, gnats, everything over here, y'all. When I say it's swampy over here, it's swampy over here. Sticky, too. I don't know if anybody ever felt hot, sticky humidity before, but that, ooh, it's awful. Y'all, I'm finna get ready to go. So, because I was supposed to have been on my way out this month in April, but I never ever set the actual cruise up because Mr. Wood, wait on me. I'm gonna get my passport. I can't wait on you no longer. You just stay here and watch the house. And don't bring no woman in here because I'm gonna have some hidden cameras everywhere. Hello? I'm gonna have my hidden cameras all over the house, backyard, front yard. Don't you bring nothing in here, old man. Hello? Okay, Michaela said it's on your bucket list. I'm going this year. I travel a lot. You gonna go by plane or ship? Hey, Titley Fisher. Oh, okay. Titley Fisher said when you head to foreign areas, you have to remember to get those seeds. Never thought about that. See how they compare to the United States standards. Okay, I guarantee if you go to Cuba and get seeds, they're going to be heirloom. But let me go ahead and learn Spanish. Let me see how to say, you know, where do you sell seeds? I'm going to have to, anybody in here speak Spanish so that they can, you know, give me the translation of that in Spanish? Curious says sand plums are so delicious. I have a few fruit trees in my yard. I never heard of sand plums. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3. Apple tree flowers are so aromatic. They have a beautiful smell to them, and a lot of people want to bring them in their house because they smell so good. But they bad luck. You bring a apple tree flower in your house. 1, 2, 3 said we have blackberries, gooseberries. Okay, we talked about that, didn't it? Okay. 1, 2, 3 says true. I'm all about anti-aging right now, and I heard C's skin, etc. is fantastic for you. Yes, it is. They're in the fruit for a reason. Not just for, okay, it's also to plant new seeds so we have new trees and all that stuff like that. But that fruit is also for us to consume. So those seeds, if you're going to eat the apple, you may as well eat the seeds. But like they say, if you can only eat one apple, then you only need the seeds within that one apple. I'm not saying, go and get you about 12 apples and sit down and eat every seed and all 12 of them apples at one time. Now, that may run you into some trouble right there. I'm just saying, myself personally, and I'm not encouraging anybody, I can consume all of the seeds within the apple, and I don't just swallow them. I chew them thoroughly. Oh, Zahava said here in Georgia, they have been taking down all the muscadine trees. That sounds about right. Anything that the farmers or just ordinary people can grow to produce an income for them, and they don't have to go to the plantation, okay? Or they can increase or make their ends meet. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to get rid of that. All you can really get to grow now is grass and weeds. And you can't sell that. So they want to take all of the power for us to be able to produce our own revenue to survive, make it here in the United States of America. They want to take it all away from us. You can't grow nothing here. Corn doesn't grow good here. And I'm a person, I got a green thumb. I usually grow an abundance of corn and an abundance of this and abundance of that, and nothing. Now, I don't know. Now, maybe I need some other part of Alabama I need to go to. But I'm just saying, when I go to the fruit stands and stuff, they don't have anything. It looks like they got their fruits and vegetables from overseas. It's sad. So now what's happening now is all this stuff is coming from overseas, and they're cutting down a whole bunch of trees and clearing things. And see, that makes those people impoverished. See what I'm saying? A lot of times people say, oh, that's a third world country and the people are starving there. But big giant countries like America is responsible for the starvation of people in foreign countries. Okay. Tiddly Fisher said, yes, all the hours in the sun, having blackberries and mulberries. I'm happy to have my mulberry tree in my yard. My mom had a mulberry tree, and she would always call it a elderberry. She said them elderberries, but now I see they're not elderberries. They were mulberries, because elderberries you can't just sit there and pick them off the tree and just eat on them like that, because they're kind of sour. Ooh. You ever just think of something sour and just, you can feel it right here? Them elderberries was real sour. My friend had an elderberry tree across the street, which those are good trees when you want to make wine. And then, the medicinal properties in the elderberry, good for colds. And then you got your magical properties. It's a bridge between the living and the dead. So that's a wonderful tree, so to speak. But she had a mulberry tree, because we could just pick them right off of there. They were sweet, and just eat those. So she just had misinformation. And she cut that tree down. And that's a problem. You don't cut down fruit trees. She was good about cutting down fruit trees. She cut down a fig tree and a mulberry tree. And I was just looking at this woman side-eyed. Why would you cut down my snack tree, lady? I used to snack on that. I want to show everybody my outfit again, y'all. I got my cowboy boots on. And I got my shirt on, y'all. I'm dressed like a... What am I dressed like? A nature woman. Oh, y'all, I'm hot. Hey, Quaba. Raw. Okay, Quaba said the exodus is happening right now. And big props to you elders. Uh-oh. Jackie, we had another... That same troll came back here with another troll name. Or was it a different troll? Okay, Jackie says, Mama, see, the problem is there are Africans who know the truth. They know Mandela died many years ago. He never, ever walked out of that jail. Africans need to stop upholding this lie. Africans, did y'all hear that? Africans. You know, Africans are so caught up in Christianity right now, too. They're hollering, Emmanuel, Emmanuel. I was, what his name is, T. Joshua? I think that's what it is, TB Joshua. I was just shocked to see all of those Africans in there proclaiming Jesus, Emmanuel, and Christianity. I said, y'all lost too, huh? Hey, Larry Gator, how you doing? Larry said, hey, randomly poster. Larry Gator said, watch the Highlander movie. There's a dome over us. Clouds are real, but not under the dome. So you don't think the clouds are under the dome? I think the clouds are under the dome. When you say clouds are real, what do you mean about that? Of course they're real, but they're still created by man. But there are some natural clouds that are naturally produced. But most of your clouds are cloud seeded. They'll tell you that. You can watch plenty of videos and they'll tell you that they stimulate the clouds with cloud seeding. What is it? Silver something, something, something that they disperse into the cloud to get them to proliferate. You see what I'm saying? I can create something fake. It's fake as hell. And it can produce something. We can say, yeah, that's real. But still, is it natural, though? Is it natural? Hey, unique design. Okay. Unique design said, I'm your neighbor, mama, in Mississippi. We got some family members out there in Mississippi. And I look like a Mississippian. Y'all Mississippians kind of look like me. What you think? Do I look like I can be from Mississippi? Hello? Do y'all get Mississippi or Alabama from me? Mississippi, Alabama, or Georgia, or Florida, South Carolina, or Tennessee, or Texas. It's something about Texas. I don't know what it is. Okay, interruption. So I need to go back to you uniquely because they don't want me to read your comment. I'm looking for your comment. and I can't find it. I didn't realize we had so many comments here. Hey, Deborah Lewis. Uniquely me, I cannot find uniquely designed. I can't find your comment. I want to go back and read it. Okay, I lost yours. But now, in a gist, what she was saying, she said, yeah, we be going to Sunday school. We be going to revival. You know, y'all know anytime I say anything about that church, they go ahead and start ending this live. You know, they fuck with the live stream. But anyway, she said she be going all in them different places. That's what they want us to do. Because way back in the day when we was practicing voodoo and hoodoo and everything, it was a big hoopla. So they found out that when they gave us the church, everybody got quiet and obedient. Hello? And they obeyed their master. Who is the master? The white man. That's your master right there. Hello? Because he'll tell you you're supposed to be obedient to him. Because he see us like he see, I'm not talking about all white men. Because I have some white men in the chat. So do not think that I am taking shots at y'all. I'm talking about the way the actual redneck white man thinks down here. Because that's what they are down here. They rednecks. But he'll tell you you're supposed to be obedient to him. Because he see us like he see his dogs and his cats and his horses and his donkeys, his cows. It's just the way it is. It's just, that's how it is. You understand? No disrespect. But he thinks that, you know, he is a much more evolved creature and being than you are. That's all they have ever seen us, is their servants and their maids. Hello? So when they preach in the church about being obedient to God, they honestly talking about the redneck white man. Yep, that's who they talking about. Y'all sitting there thinking they talking about some supernatural force up there in the sky. That's how come they got these, I don't know, I'm not speaking for every white man, but that's how come some of them got this self-entitlement issue. You got something, feel like they can come and take it. Because they feel like it belongs to them. Like I said, they see you like they see a horse. They go around the world thinking like that. Like I was looking at this South African issue going on, and it's this bold guy that talks named Julian. He talks up for South African affairs and stuff like that, and Trump said something to him about something. The way they were treating the white people in South Africa. And saying that he thought that was a disgrace. Trump felt like it was a disgrace in how he treated, you know, white people in South Africa and everything. And Julian said, but look at all of the genocide you're doing to black Americans in North America. Trump, what you think about that? You see what I'm saying? What you think about that, Trump? If you want them to have equal rights in South Africa, then you should give us our 40 acres and a mule. That's equal rights for us. Everybody has gotten their reparations. You gave the so-called Indians, which Indian don't mean nothing but servants. You gave them land and casinos. You compensated the Asians. Gave them just about the whole country. Tell you, everything got made in China. Oh. But you didn't give the so-called African Americans nothing but a hard time. But you want equal rights? for white people in South Africa? What about us, Trump? Take care of your affairs at home, and then you can nosy around the world. How do I feel about the situation? Y'all know I'm rambling. How do I feel about the situation in South Africa? It is sad. It's sad to see anybody go through that. You own your land, somebody come along there and take it from you. It'd be sad for me to see anybody in a situation like that, no matter what color they are. And now the man is talking about, in a subtle manner, that he's not going to let them leave out because he don't want them to poison the land. So they want to use your imagination. How do I feel about that? I think it's sad. But I do believe they were victorious as far as getting themselves out of apartheid, because apartheid was also sad. There's a lot of fear right now with leaders of America when they see that situation of how in South Africa these people, these black people, turn the tables. Think about it. And they got their eyes on you. They don't trust you because they are wondering, is this something coming from the divine? Because it happened in Zimbabwe too, where people who had their land stolen from them, they came back and took it back. Is this a new uprising that nature is causing? They're watching you. Your phone calls are being monitored. I'm definitely being monitored. Only got 40 people in the chat room, but they're concerned that it's a revolution going on. But it has nothing to do with me. It's beyond me. This thing is so much greater, where it's like the first going to be last and last going to be first. It's coming. We might not see it in our lifetime, but your offsprings will see it, and you are your offspring. You'll reincarnate to see the first, last, the last, first. Not necessarily saying 100% talking about color, but I'm just saying the masses, no matter what color they are, gonna take over all of this. Because those few at the top of the pyramid ain't gonna be able to stay up there for too much longer. Every time I walk under that tree right there, I get to coughing. 1, 2, 3 said his fragile ego. It is. He wants us to think that he's God. And he sure enough can't stand Cuba. Because he demanded that they hand over Assata Shakur. He demanded Cuba. Give us her. She's ours. And they told his ass, you can't tell us what to do. For a lot of people who don't know who Assata Shakur is, she was in the Black Panthers, and it was alleged that she murdered a state trooper. Alleged. She said she didn't do it. I know that it's a lot of people that are in prison for things that they didn't do. But they're gonna pay for that crime. I'm not in it whether or not she did it or she didn't. I ain't in that. I just know that they put a lot of effort up to get that one black woman. And you got serial killers around here killing everybody. Serial killers. Killing little children. Torturing kids. After one murder, you don't supposed to be allowed to do it again and again and again. How did Ted Bundy get away with all of that? And you want Assata? Oh, we ain't worried about that. We just let them kill as many people as they want. But we want to make an example out of her. That's all it is. Making an example. We're going to get you. Because we're going to show all other people like you that this is most of our black men, not all of our black men, okay? There's some strong black men, but it's a lot of them that's scared. And they scared because, guess what? Massa made an example out of them. You be quiet too. If you got 4 horses, one here tied up to your arm and one tied up to your other arm and 2 other horses tied up to your leg, and they pop them and they just run off and cut you in the 4 pieces, you'd be scared too. This is the kind of stuff my ancestors had to see that dwells within me. See, a lot of this stuff you ain't got to read in no book. You gonna feel it. You gonna know. You go to certain areas and you get this heebie-jeebie feeling. Something happened to your ancestors over there. It's a warning. Don't go over there. Like me in that North Carolina, Texas thing. Something about North Carolina and Texas. I can't get down with it. You say Texas, I automatically feel fear. North Carolina, I can't hardly drive through North Carolina. So my take on it is this right here. If it's yours, take it back. Don't let nobody take nothing from you. And I don't care what color you is. If you black and somebody takes something from you, take it back. If you're white and somebody takes something from you, take it back. And I don't know why people got a problem with me saying that. Stand up for your rights. That's why don't nobody have no respect for African Americans. When they come from foreign countries, they look at you like a U.S. engineered monkey. Because they know that you have been programmed to be docile and follow orders. Going to church is following orders. And we follow the orders. The protocol is I got to be in church Sunday. Which don't nobody say that. Somebody said I see somebody, some troll guy got a video of me saying eyes is a coming to town. So racist. But it's okay and it's acceptable on YouTube. That video been flagged by so many black people, but YouTube allows it to stay up. But on the other hand, there was some black guy, he was talking about white people and how white people treat us, and he was very cordial about it. He wasn't racist. He was just saying, as a black man, this is what I go through. And they had disabled his comment section, disabled his views. YouTube did it, and then had an explanation. We don't tolerate hate speech. Yes, you do, because you tolerate people speaking hate speech against me, people of other races. You do tolerate it, YouTube. There are many videos of this. This same character calls me spiritually nigger. It's been flagged. YouTube says it's acceptable. But if the shoe was on the other foot, they'll do something about it. But that ain't even nothing to argue about. Because YouTube is their land. It's all good. I'm fine with it. But I want to make you all aware of why you got so many people still afraid to speak the truth. I'm getting this little walk in, ain't I? So, looking at that situation in South Africa, like I said, it is sad to invest all your money into farms and stuff like that for the white people who've done it. It is sad. But the reason why you're going to have to accept and understand why they're going to come back and take the land is because the way you got it, or the way your forefathers got it, was not right. Cannot benefit off of the bloodshed of the natives of the land and not think that nature is going to come back and turn the tables. It's going to happen all over the world. Anybody who go, I don't care what color they are, there are some black Nigerians have gone into those pygmies' land and invaded their land and chopped down all of their trees. They got to pay for it. You're going to pay for going in there and destroying the actual wild forest that they depend on to eat. Now they're sending these pygmies out to be slaves. You don't think you're gonna pay for it, Nigerian? And I have Nigerian blood. You gonna pay for it. You know, they say most of the black people in Alabama have Nigerian blood because that Cotilda ship, C-O, I like to give facts and put it out so people can look at it themselves. Colitad ship. That Cotilda came from Africa. And they got a place down there called Africa Town. And it was from Benin or Nigeria, something like that. So a lot of black people here have Nigerian ancestry. You know what I'm saying? African ancestry like that. You know what I'm saying? But y'all gonna pay for that. That stuff gonna turn around on you some kind of way, Nigerians. There's no such thing as, oh, if the black people get it, then it's gonna go down and it's just gonna turn into a slum. Well, it's their land. If they want a slum land and they fight to get their land back from you, let it be a slum land. Let it be. That's just like me thinking I'm gonna take over my neighbor's house. I'm gonna take their house because they never ever cut the grass, even though they have cut the grass. The grass looks real nice. But because they don't cut the grass, I'm just gonna go down and introduce myself down there to them like I got this self-entitlement and say, I'm gonna take your land because you never cut the grass. And it's gonna look better me having it versus you. I just want y'all to know what we live with as black people. People don't think we're entitled to nothing. They want to dictate to us what we can have and what we can't have. And I'm talking about this is just not on an elite level, but you just got individuals, especially these rednecks down here that make these decisions for you. What you can do, what you can't do. Hello? It's gotten a whole lot better, but I don't know if it's gotten better because I've gotten older. I don't know. It may be better because I'm a woman versus a man. I don't know. But it used to be bad down here in these here woods. Y'all see this magnolia tree right here? Okay. See this, don't you? Let me see something. Now see, you can't hardly hang that. This is a very young magnolia tree, but back in the days, I can show y'all some and sell them. Those trunks were so heavy and sturdy. They will hang you from one. They would drag you, and they pick up trucks. And people want us to just act like it didn't happen. Why are you talking about that? You always got to bring... I got interrupted. I grew up in that era, the 1960s. The same cops that beat them black folks' ass on the Edmund Pettus Bridge was the same cops that pulled me, jerked me out my mama's arm. That's the way it was written. Same cops. Yep. It's a wonder I'm alive. Look it up, Bloody Sunday. Look at them cops whipping them black folk. Bloody Sunday. That's where I was born, in Selma, Alabama. And then turned around and was also a part of that situation in Birmingham when they put them dogs on all those children in that park. Grew up in Birmingham. So I'm a part of that particular era, that time period. Have I experienced any racism here in Alabama? Hell yeah. I'm experiencing it more now than ever. And I'm shocked. Especially to be on YouTube and I always have to see how this guy wrapped my head up and said, ISIS are coming to town. That's what he put on there. And YouTube does nothing about it. You can't flag that or do anything about it. Because YouTube wants it to stay up. That's racist. Hello? But this is what they had to go through and endure. But way worse. But that video shows me nothing has changed. Ain't nothing changed. It's just the fact now that everybody quiet and just abiding by the rules. As long as everybody's quiet and abiding by the rules and making sure they go to church every Sunday, they'll stay off our ass. But if we don't, it's going to be what? More violence. So we suffer in silence and we pretend as if things are good because we got our flat screen televisions and our iPhones and iPads and Android tablets. You understand what I'm saying? And we can watch whatever we want to watch on TV, long as we can pay for it. We settle for low pay. We don't make any kind of fuss about it because we know and we remember Bloody Sunday. Hello? Have things gotten a whole lot better? I really don't think so. The only way I would say things have gotten better for us is if I feel like the meager things they will allow me to have mean a whole lot to me. But they really don't. I'm still being denied access. Don't show me one or two Hollywood black people and say, well, they making it, they got it. But when they die, the government takes all their shit back from them. Michael Jackson's mother, she gets a little stipend every month. It might not be a stipend for us. $1 million is a lot for us. But why can't she have it all? They'll kill your family members. You die, you rich, you die, you pass it down to your children. Your children get it. They'll kill them to get it. That's why a lot of these celebrities and stuff like that going through a whole lot of stuff right now. Because we need that goddamn money. The United Snakes said, we need that goddamn money. We're finna go come and get that money. I don't like that. Because I see how we living. But then I look at how the Nigerians live. I look at how the Kenyans living. They're flying airplanes. They got all of this wealth. They really do. I'm not saying it ain't no impoverished countries in West Africa. I'm just talking about the places that are doing pretty good. They're looking good right now. And they could have it all. Not just what they want them to have. I know I'm buffering. I done got down to 25 people. From 40 to 25. I'm buffering because of the subject matter. But it has to be spoken about sooner or later. Somebody got to talk about it. When we gonna have this conversation? Hello? Kylie says celebrities are actually poor. The managers and record labels take the money. Thank you. I'm glad you spoke about that. I was shocked to know that when now I don't know how true it is, but I was looking at a documentary. They said and Tupac was brilliant. He was brilliant. His ability to use poetry, song, and rap to vent his frustrations of how he was living here in the United States of America. I mean, it was really awesome. It was fantastic. This man was very intelligent. But they said when that man died, he didn't have a $5,000 in his bank account. I was shocked. They just let him, present himself on TV, and everything like he had jewelry and all these wonderful things and stuff. But really and truly, he had no type of wealth that would represent the amount of work that he put out. It was not there. The man had bought him a little car to get around in. And I said, wow, look at what the record labels do to him. Then make them sign their name and blood and You know, just like Whitney Houston and stuff, how she signed herself over and signed her daughter over for that wealth. They can do anybody like that. They can do me like that, you like that. Once you sign your name over, it's just the fact if they see any value in you. If they do see some value in you, they'll have you to sign your name. And that's what they mean when they say you get sold your soul. Selling your soul, meaning that when they decide it's time for you to go, you're gonna leave here. And your family ain't gonna really get nothing but a little stifling off of what you got. You can never say, well, we're wealthy now. My cousin used to be a such and such and such and such. Now we have wealth in the family that we're going to pass down from one generation to the next. It don't work like that. Not for black people. You're in the entertainment business. And they go ahead on, your contract is over like it was for Michael Jackson and Prince and all these other different people. Whitney Houston. Be prepared for your family to come right behind you. Because they're going to want that money back. Now, what's smart of people, what you can do is you can put your music out. These people, but see, you got to sign your name and blood to the record industries. They are the ones that make you famous. But I was going to say, you can create your own record companies. But it ain't going to really do nothing. Because, see, they serve these gods that makes these people famous in the first place. But if you could start your own record label, and when you pass away, then it ain't their money. It's your money. It's your children's money and the offspring's money. But America is designed for you not to have it that way. So you never do anything. Never. And somebody was telling me, I like that comment they made. I talked about it one time. Paper ain't no good no way. Green paper, it ain't really no good. It's a ticket to give you temporary access for as long as you got it. But once that access is cut off, you cut off and you down here with what? The masses. You down here with the rest of us. It's a way for them to control all goods and services. And then she said it like this right here too. She said, also you got to realize that most of your gems are made in laboratories anyways. Your crystals and gems and stuff. Like, oh, I have an emerald here. It's lab made though, ain't it? I have rubies. Lab made. I got paper money. Lab made. I got plenty of coins. Your coins and stuff, they have no value in them. Because you can't even hardly get a copper penny that is 100% copper anymore. A silver dime, they're not really. See, because once upon a time, you could use a silver dollar to make colloidal silver. But it ain't much colloidal silver in it. Unless you got them all old coins from way back in the day. That was smart of them to date them. Because then that let them know whether it got value in it or not. If it was made in 1993, that's mostly styrofoam. We don't need that. This is where we living. A place where all resources are monitored. And the people who receive them are monitored. And the people who go after them, they're monitored too. Did I do my 3 hours yet? As my mind just wander under this here pine tree. Deborah Lewis, how you doing? Deborah said Trump has unleashed this mess. In a sense, Trump he seems to be so. It's I don't want to get too deep into it right now because that's a whole nother video. We're not gonna talk about it, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I think he can bring a lot of trouble to America from foreigners. Okay, Kylie says, have you seen Up TV's video about Jay-Z? The video of Beyonce morphing into a demon is so disturbing. I haven't seen it, but I'm not surprised because they are mostly MK altered and they got a lot of stuff going on. You know, you'd be surprised. I mean, some of the oaths they've taken, and this stuff is this the supernatural world is real. It's a real world. And you can make deals with these entities, these demons. You can make deals with them. They own you. When they own you, they can decide when you live, when you die, where you live, where you die. They decide your whole entire world. And I really want to get deep into it, but I'm just really distracted from the heat. It's so fucking hot out here, y'all. Whew. My goodness. I didn't need this on. I need a tank top on. I really want to talk to y'all about that. I'm going to sit down and talk about that. I don't want to talk about it during the seance tonight. We really want to concentrate on the spirit and everything. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. If there's a spirit you want to communicate with, that's on you. But it's just like a quiet time. Communing with the spirits, with the ancestors. You decide where you're going with yours. Lady Gemini says, Beyonce, I'm going to sit down on the porch, y'all. Beyonce even stated in an interview that somebody, wait. Beyonce even stated in an interview that comes over her before she performs. Who said that, Lady Gemini? Yes. She becomes a puppet to the entity. And you better believe he's going to take her out soon. She's not going to get a chance to get to be, I think most of them realize that they won't get a chance to become old people. They ain't going to hardly live past their 50s. They ain't going to do that. Because they fulfill them contracts and they do what they got to do. They know their time is limited. Some of them just so desperate for the money, they feel like, some kind of a way they can get out of it at the last minute. But the entity always wins. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, let me get somewhere. Sit down. My. Oh! I don't know how long I've been walking. Whew! Dressed up like winter. Okay, so, Lady Gemini says Nicki Minaj calls her demon Roman. Yeah, they have names for him. The demon will tell you their name. It's a man, he's a magician, and he's a damn good magician. And he said he calls his demon's name out. But them demons, honey, they can be sneaky and cunning. Because at any time, they'll let you die. That's just like this man, he used to swallow glass, and he used to swallow razor blades. And people were just shocked as to how he could do without bleeding and dying and stuff. But one day the demon walked out on him, so, and he bled to death and he died. Houdini would tell you his demon walked out on him too and he drowned. They good for a little while. But when it's time for reaping time, they come and get you. Kyla, do I believe in clones? Come on, explain that thing about clones to me. Explain that to me. Explain that to me, because I just need more information on clones. Thank you, Saint Anne. How you doing? She said, bump these celebrities. We got our own entities. We really do. Everybody done, for some kind of a reason, signed a deal with some entity. This is where you get your personality, your character, your gifts, your talents, and all of that from whatever entity you signed your deal with. This whole entire planet is ruled by entities, and it ain't no one. That's why I have a problem with this one God theory. Gods are warring with each other to be the one God, the all. I hear people saying the Most High, but it's quite a few Most Highs. People talk about one source. No, it's too many sources. Hello? Oh, crap. You say it's hot as hell, St. Anne. I don't know about over there where you at it, but it's hot, good and hot here. Mosquitoes everywhere, gnats and bugs and stuff all over the place. And it's humid as fuck. And you know, with these dreadlocks, when you got dreadlocks on your head with all of this weight and material, you may as well, because I'm going to have to get me one of those Rastafarian hats for the summer, because I want to be careful with my edges, because like wrapping, that's why y'all will see me in the summertime. Most of the time in the summer, I have my hair pulled up where I can take the heat off of my neck. But it's just like I may as well have a sweater on top of my head. That's the kind of heat these locks carry. And I know it's a natural reason for our hair being that way, and it may be just to protect your brain, your skull. I guess we all have hair on our heads to protect our head, our crown from heat. Oh, we've only been here for only a little over an hour. I don't know how to make it today because the other day I walked 3 hours. Hey Gemini, Lady Gemini said, tell her something about our birth certificates. I've watched videos where they say our birth certificates are actually housed in a bank, and that there are banks that own us, and that when we pass away, the bank benefits from it. Yep, we all got policies on us. The Federal Reserves have policies on every person here in the United States that have a birth certificate. So we really worth more dead than we are alive. So that's just like cattle, isn't it? It's just like cattle. Eating fake food. Cattle eating fake food. I'm telling y'all, you don't have access to natural food. Just about everything in the grocery store is not natural, and it's not nourishing for your body. It's just something to keep you alive. Not keeping you feeling good, keeping your mind and your soul and your spirit nourished. It's not for that purpose. But when you're eating off the land natural food, then you get all of that. Where you can think. Because like I say, your mind and your soul and spirit is nourished with those elements from the earth. You don't get that in a grocery store. You don't get that in a market. That food in the store is just like the food that you'd feed your dog, that you'd feed your horse and your cow, so that they can exist, just physically exist, to carry out whatever task you need to carry out. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's all about. But you would have to go to the countrysides of Jamaica or some other place or whatever to get foods that feed the soul. You have to go to those places and eat foods that's full of oxygen and life, or in these other places on the islands where it's green and lush, and you're not worried about all of this aluminum particles and stuff falling from the sky on the ground poisoning the food. You ain't got that to worry about. But the food that we eat in the grocery store, it's an abundance of it. Don't get me wrong. I'm thankful to have it. I'd rather have that than to be here starving, or starving somewhere where there ain't no food at all. But I'm just saying, the purpose of it is not going to fulfill you on a spiritual level. Does that make sense? That food in that grocery store is fake as fuck, man. I don't know if I remember. Look, Mr. Witter bought a box of apples home from work. And I was like, damn, these apples are irresistible. It reminds me of the apples we used to eat as kids. I've gone to so many grocery stores looking for them apples. They don't sell that in the grocery store. Those apples you're eating, somebody has gone in there and taken different components out of it. And now here it is. You eat it. Like I said, the food is fake. Now it's getting so fake until they're talking about creating meat, growing meat in the labs now. Well, now that we've grown all of the different fruits and vegetables and stuff and taking different genes out of the food, how about we just grow meat in a petri dish? We're gonna grow it. They got a man right now. He got a machine where he could take human waste, feces, and make cheeseburgers out of and make burgers. You can make the burgers. You can. And that's why when you get some of these hamburgers, they kind of taste like shit a little bit because this man may have gotten this machine patented over there, and because he was an Asian man, and he's gotten it patented where he can make all of the shit burgers he wants to, box them up and send them here to us to eat. Because they said that, our body break down proteins in our intestine and stuff like that. But he has a way to take that protein in our intestines and actually make steaks and burgers from it. Now, I saw it. I can't deny it. Some of y'all may have seen the video. And the guy that was interviewing him actually got a chance to taste it. And he said, it tastes just like a real hamburger. We just need to talk about it. Hey, God is so sad. Thanks for moderating. Hey, Daya. Yeah, Adaya says ridiculous. That's why I want you all to not just take my word, but when I'm talking about it, just look it up so you all can be informed as to what's going on. Okay, Lady Gemini said, did you hear there is a new hybrid veggie that looks like broccoli and cauliflower? I'm going to check it out. But I haven't heard of it. But I'm going to check it out. Because see, a lot of the vegetables and foods we're eating are really hybrid foods that we rely on. When I say that, I'm just saying that they're not natural. It is said that carrots are not natural. A real natural carrot does not look like it looks. And that a natural avocado does not look. See, it's evolving. It's evolving. They go in and tamper with the genetics. So we're hybrids. Because you are what you eat. If you eating it, you are what you eating, ain't it? We're hybrids. We didn't used to be so big and tall even at one time. I take that back. There were some breeds of beings that were giants. So I don't want to get too deep into all of that different stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, if we're eating out of a laboratory, and they're tampering with the genomes or whatever going on within that fruit or that vegetable, don't we think it also tampers with our genes too? And this is why they are able to control us and keep us in place. Because it's in the food and it's in the water. Okay, Andaya says she loves her feces cheeseburgers. Okay, then keep on eating them. That's what you like to have, honey. You sound like Mr. Willie. Mr. Willie said he ain't gonna stop eating them neither. Y'all beware of these so-called chicken nuggets. It done got so bad now because they know that they got to be honest with people. They don't even call them chicken nuggets. They call them antizers. What is an antizer? And so they ain't gonna say you're eating chicken. They're gonna have names like nuggets. I'd like some nuggets, please. Nuggets made from what? You see what I'm saying? Jackie said the pineal gland produces enough DMT. You really don't need mushrooms. Hey, Deborah Lewis. Oh, okay. I see, Jackie. You had to block this person. You know, it is interesting that people, think enough of you to come into the chat room and make comments. I mean, it's just really mind blowing to know that you have people who don't seem to like you, but they'll put all of this energy into watching you. Can y'all tell me what's up with that? Because I usually don't watch things that, I don't like. So I don't have to necessarily put like comments in the comment section that get everybody riled up. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that because I don't like watching people that bore me. I don't like watching people that I think are cuckoo and weird. I don't have to do those things. The only reason for myself personally, I'd be in somebody's chat room and I didn't necessarily care for them is because I want to copy some information from them. You know what I'm saying? I think most of those people be the copycats I'm working with, dealing with. Them be copycats. Hello? They in here to get some information. Hello? Because they don't have any ideas. I know how it is. Thank you, Titley Fisher, for blocking them. Thank you so much. So, just you whoever that is, you can sit in here and you can listen. Because I read a couple of your comments. If I had been paying some attention, I wouldn't have called your name out. But you can listen to us and you can read the comments. But you have lost your privileges. Okay? You've lost your privileges here. Oh, okay. St. Anne says, Kylie, yes, mushrooms house fairies and not always nice fairies. Yes, what's up with fairies? Fairies love to hang around toadstools and mushrooms, and a lot of people think that they're not real, but those are real beings. And we love fairies. Matter of fact, I had a little fairy world that I had put out and everything, and put like cream out for them and stuff to eat. And they actually ate it. Now I know y'all gonna say, "Mama, no, it was a cat that came and ate it." No, we're talking about a balcony that had no stairs on the second floor. So I don't think a cat crawled up there or a dog. Something was eating it. I don't even think the birds ate it. The fairies ate the cream. But people need to know, that people need to know that there are some malevolent fairies out there. Yes, it is. There's some malevolent fairies out there that do not like human beings. They are responsible for some of your vanishing object phenomena. Yes, they are. They like shiny things. So, like when you got a pair of earrings missing, you know, sometimes it's the fairy that came and got it. Not all the time, but sometimes it is. Hang on, y'all. Okay. I'm trying to get that back down. So that's a real world. And gnomes, they're real. Leprechauns, trolls, all of those beings are in a real realm. You understand? These are entities. You know what I'm saying? There are so many. Ooh. St. Anne says all ketchup is bleached first, then they dyed bright red. Hmm. I thought ketchup was made out of tomatoes. I know they bleach sugar and they bleach flour. It says that sugar is more of a brownish coat. Then they bleach it to make it look white. And then they say the same with white flour, that it's actually bleached from being blue. I don't know how true that is. But these are some of the things I read up on. Oh God, Deborah, you can say that again. Vegetables do have the coat, the skin of the outside of the vegetable is like very vinyl in texture. Like you describe it as plastic, but it's very vinyl like. And so is an apple. I remember back in the day, you could bite into that apple. It was real crisp, and you could hear the crispy crunch in it and all that. But now it's like you just like you may as well just peel it now, cause it's like okay, yeah. There are some videos showing that in Asia right now they're making a lot of our foods out of plastic. Now, it is reported that some of the rice is actually plastic. And they showed this one man, he made a lettuce out of plastic. And he cut it and sliced it and everything. I said, them some good ass magicians over there in Asia, man. But they can sit down here and just make all kind of stuff out of thin air. Because he made an egg too. He made a egg. It had a yolk in it, the whites in it, and a shell on it. And I know all of this sounds like bizarre, like I'm making something off the top of my head, but y'all just look at videos for yourself. Saint Anne said, cattle eating cattle. That's exactly what we doing. Mm-hmm. Deborah said, I have seen this man twice that I have never seen before. Once when I had my stroke, then when I was in a bad accident. Don't know if he was my guardian angel or what. Mm-hmm. Lady Gemini says, I think that stem cell research opens the door for the scientists to manipulate our genes and cells. And I think they've been doing it since the beginning of scientists. This has been going on forever to a point where you have to stop and say, did humans make humans? Because we are very unique beings on the planet. Because, you know, you never see another animal laugh. Only humans laugh. You never see another being cry tears. Only humans cry tears. They say that our closest cousins, humans' closest cousins, are primates. I don't know. It may just be the birds because the birds are the only species that can speak vocally like human beings. Did humans actually make humans? Everything can be out in nature and not necessarily have to have handmade clothes. But humans have to have clothes on. Humans have to have shoes on. No other species have to say, well, let me put my shoes on because I got to go outside in the elements. Let me put my shirt and my jacket and my pants on. Do y'all see what I'm getting at? Who are the true aliens of the planet? Human beings. I don't think that necessarily we were original to this planet. Thank you. Right Catch says hydrate. I need to get in there and get some water. I'm getting ready to end the live stream because later on tonight I'll be back. I agree. I do need to hydrate. Can't drink this because I drunk it all up. It is time to hydrate because I have lost quite a bit of fluid. Muggy in April. 123 says muggy in April. The South not here in Ireland. Oh, I really want to go and visit up in Europe one day. I have a fascination with Zurich, and that's because I saw it. It's a beautiful place, and I researched it and looked into it when I was trying to figure out, why would Tina want to be in such a place, and it looks very beautiful, Zurich. I want to go there and stay in an Airbnb one day. I also have a fascination with Russia. I want to go and visit Russia. I want to visit Chernobyl. Titley Fisher said they are working on artificial intelligence and robots to such a degree in secret. I imagine they work like clones. I know they are making sex dolls and stuff too. Robotic sex dolls. The body warms up and get a temperature like we have temperatures and warm and everything. And these robots are almost like humans, and you can in Asia you can pay to have sex with them. Artificial sex workers. Jackie says some of us need to really search what a demon is. Okay, Saint Anne said her and her mama is fighting over the AC because Anne is in the South too, where it gets real hot. A lot of folks don't know about this muggy. Is everybody here from the South? I know we got one person that said that they are from Ireland, but is everyone here from the South? Hey, Jade said clones are controlled by spirits and demons. But seriously, I mean, we all are spirits and demons. We all are. Got a little creepy crawly thing over there. Jackie says she don't believe in clones because everything animated is powered by a soul. Woo! Lady Gemini says she thinks clones are a byproduct of stem cell research. You got a lot of stem cell research things that they have actually produced in laboratories that they throw over in the sea. You all would be surprised. I do believe the scientists, I do believe man has created so many different species of fake things. I mean, I can't even say fake because once it's here, it's real, but unnatural things. Because a lot of stuff they throw over water, you know what I'm saying, adapt to the water and become like what? It becomes something of the ocean. And it begins to reproduce. So a lot of stuff that we think that, I mean, like a lot of this fish we're eating and stuff like that is made by man. It's cloned. Like one of them is one of the fish we love to eat, which I don't eat. It's tilapia and sway, SWAI. Those are man-made clone fish. They got fish in the water. They got teeth like human beings. And so they go in the water and stuff, and then they start reproducing and stuff like that. Most of the stuff in the sea made by man. Let's put it like that. Kyla said apparently they kill celebrities and make a clone with their DNA so they can control everything they say and do. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Jackie, for blocking the rest of that individual's information. And that's one of the people who definitely one of the people who admire me and admire you all and want the love and respect that we give each other for themselves, and they cannot get it. In addition to that, that's one of the copycats that wants to do exactly everything we do too. Sorry for you. You have no uniqueness about yourself. How unfortunate. And nobody's angry about it. I'm just glad to think that you would take your day out to give your time and energy to us. Thank you. Because it's a whole lot of things you could be doing, but you thought enough of me to come out. Okay? And let me know that you there watching. Hey, amazing me. Mixing up the DNA codes and playing God. Exactly. Because they think they are God. But they make the weather. They make humans. In a sense, they are making us. And making food and making whatever they want to make. And Jackie said, do not eat tilapia. And I'm saying don't eat tilapia and don't eat sway. Also, it is said that they're cloning salmon too. See, it's certain things in the food they taking out. They're taking the genes out of certain foods that feed us information so that we can fight against all of these different, autoimmune issues they got. Heart disease, high blood pressure, whatever. They don't want those genes in the food because then we wouldn't have any sick people. If you were to go to a country where everything, all the foods were good and oxygenated, you would never come down with none of these hemp problems. You go to most countries, they don't even know what these things are. You say, hey, I got tapetosis disease. Well, what is tapetosis? We don't have tapetosis here. Every day they're making a new name up for a phenomena that some individual is presenting to the medical field. And it's caused by them tampering with the genes in the food. Okay, and Cyber just said it. The only fish they like is salmon. Well, you need to know that they're actually tampering with that now and actually dyeing it. So it can have that unique orangey salmon color. Vashti said they let some out on purpose. Uniquely Designed says, have I had any visits from Papa lately? How about it? Yes, I did yesterday. And I had some coins on me. Papa was the black Papa was down there with his stick. Because like I tell y'all, it'd be a black one down there. And sometimes it'd be a white one down there. Both of them walk on the stick. That's a crossroad. So I didn't have but some spare change in my pocket. I went on and gave it to him. Because see, I don't really use cash money much. I always use a card and stuff like that. So that particular time, I did have some change to give to him. Because I told him on 2 occasions, Papa, I'm going to get back to you later. And everything. And so a lot of the times the light will turn green and we have to go and leave Papa so you don't have time to stop and give to him. But this particular time, I had to stop. So I said, this is time to pay Papa. So I gave him some change. Yes, Papa's energy was definitely at the crossroads yesterday. And thanks for reminding me. It's a bee coming along here. Children are clones of parents, says Right Catch. That's true. But we know that you got natural cloning and you have what we would call engineered cloning. It's 2 different things. What'd you say, St. Anne said, watch out for those no-see-ums, mama. Jackie says, yes, mama, we are the original demons. That's right. I hate to tell everybody, so demons ain't nothing but spirits. Everybody got them. That's what we are. Nikita says she's from California. Deborah said North Carolina. But I see even the Southern Californians, still have something in common with us. I see that. I'm seeing that. Yeah. So if you're in California, in Southern California, y'all tend to have some similarities to us. ATL says Right Catch. Amazing said Detroit. Yep. The most of the people from Detroit are from down here, down south. We already know that. We have more buses down here going to Detroit than anywhere. Detroit, Chicago. That's where they usually go in. New York. That's where we go. Those are the places we go. Okay, St. Anne said, I'd love to go to Pripyat, Ukraine, to the Chernobyl power plant station. Yes, I would too. And people are going in there now. You can, yeah, people are actually touring that place. They just shot a movie there. The movie is called Chernobyl. Tilly Fisher said they made a peel out of it. Let me go up here and see what they made a peel out of. Tilly Fisher says apparently there's a compound in jellyfish that helps improve your memory. And they made a peel out of it. Okay. St. Anne said human beings are primates. Maleka said, yes, I agree. Science isn't advancing. Is it revancing? Deborah says she's really enjoying this video. That's a frog, y'all. It's so much in the ocean right now, St. Anne. You know, we looking all outside of this place, going out to other planets and stuff, looking for something. And we haven't even discovered all what's going on in the oceans and stuff. It's so much to study there. Y'all hear that? Okay. Cyber says China produces plastic rice and plastic noodles. Now this lady did a demonstration. She had the rice and she made a ball out of it, and she threw it on the floor and it bounced back up. Yep. Yeah, they're making all of that plastic eggs, Jackie. Goddess Alcest said, yes, Mama, in China the rice, cabbage, and tilapia is plastic. Yep, and Goddess said, guess what? Auntie recovered. Auntie recovered. She healed herself. I remember you were saying, said she done already put my auntie in the grave. Auntie may just get up and be walking around. Auntie is up. I'm trying to see what auntie is made out of. Oh, Cyber said Red Lake number 40 is a cancerous food coloring, I think. 123 says, I'm learning so much from you women. Thank God I'm not breeding. Maybe that's why I made the choice not to breed in my mid-20s. Okay. Oh, right. Catch said that's in the ketchup. They say it's in the ketchup. I'm going to look that up. Jackie said, anybody else have any issues with this video, you going to be blocked. She said, just try me. So all of y'all haters, I want you all to behave. Just sit down and watch and get this knowledge, okay? Stop being a hater because there's something here you want. I got a jug down there. I got to water up some plants, y'all. Don't be no hater. Watch. You might learn something. If something have pulled you here. Some folks in here now in this chat room. Not chat room, but observing us. You don't like me, but you need the information. Behave. You know I'm your teacher. If I was not your teacher, you would not be here watching. I'm talking to the haters, y'all. They want to know what y'all got to say in the chat room. Be on your best behavior. Maybe one day you could be like me. Hello? I mean, it boils down to it. What else could it be? I just have to ask my haters, why are you here? What are you looking to gain from this session? What good does it do to comment and be condescending, to be rude? What do you gain? Gain nothing. Can't use any of it, you know, trying to be funny in the chat room to purchase any goods or services or to fortify your life. There's nothing there. So behave and watch me. I'm going to teach you something. Okay? Okay. Cyber said that Adaya person is a troll. What good? What can I use in my life right now that's going to raise my frequency by being a troll? Trolls don't realize they are on the lowest vibration. And those are real beings. Trolls are real, true beings. They live under the bridge. They serve an entity that say you're not worthy on being on the top. You're going to stay on the bottom. Trolls always live in their lower selves all day long. They never vibrate high. And this is why they use trolling videos to make comments like they make in order to be seen amongst those who vibrate high. They got to use some type of off-the-wall information to communicate with you because they know they'll never reach your level. They don't have the potential to go in that direction. So they always remain under the bridge. Sure wouldn't want to be you. I'm so far behind on all of my comments. Tilly Fisher said they are so bitter. Yes, they're bitter, and they really feel like the attention that you're getting, they should be getting it instead. So that's why they come in here and say whatever they say. They be condescending about it, hoping that you won't catch it so that they can continue to play games. Oh, I like that. Jackie said we call ourselves human beings because that's what we're taught. The ancient ancestors say otherwise. That's right. I never will forget. There was this lady that I did a reading on. And she was seeing things that kind of frightened her a little bit. And she kept seeing a man. And the man had feathers growing out of his body. And she said he was dancing. And he had red eyes. She's very frightened because she said he didn't look like an ordinary human being. I told her, I said, look, young lady, do you know that when we call up on our ancestors, depending on how far we go back, it's really no telling what they really look like. I keep telling you all that we have a relationship with the birds that's much more closer than gorillas, apes, chimpanzees, and all of different monkeys and stuff like that. Like they try to say that humans come from that. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think we're more kin to the birds. The birds are the only beings that can talk besides us, the so-called humans. The only. And she found out that when she did her DNA and all of that, a search, her DNA, you know what they do? That she was an actual descendant of the Dogon tribe. I said, let me tell you something. Don't be surprised if that was an ancestor. So a lot of folks, I'm going to call up my ancestors. I'm going to call them up. Don't be scared when you see they look much different than we do. You know, and I thought about it. And I said, when you look at the Indians, like I was looking at the Mardi Gras Indians, and they had the feathers on their head and the feathers all over their body. And you look at it and you're thinking that it's just a decoration. No, I do believe that our ancestors grew feathers from their body. I believe they could fly, like what they call the thunderbird and all of that. So thunderbird was an actual, he had a man's body and he had wings and feathers and all of that. Them your ancestors, y'all. Them your ancestors. So if you know you're going to be scared, don't call them up. Because you don't know who's going to show up. We day further back than just the 1800s. 17 and 1600, it goes back to ancient time. You don't know what ancient humans used to look like. Like I said, the Native Americans, they were dressed in feathers. They have feathers coming out their head, feathers coming all off their legs, and feathers this and feathers that, because they wearing that so that they can what? Mimic the ancestors. And you get that in just about all of your cultures. Not just here in America, but even in Africa. They put the feathers on. And some would even put leaves all over their body. Dress their bodies in leaves and stuff. That's a representation of the greenery being the ancestors. The feathers, the representation of the birds being the ancestors. We don't really know what we look like. Like I said, you know, when they show those pictures of the different walls of the pyramids, you'll see men in human form below the neck, but they may have a head like a bird. Or they may have a head like a dog. That's what they tell you. Y'all, I'm going to have to end this live stream. Then my phone finna die. It tells you that at one time, the cats, the dogs, humans, and birds were all one. And natural selection is responsible for us all now being in our own separate phylum. Anyway, so if you go back further, like I said, that's it. They were bird people, feline people. And then what they did, they banned that. They said it's what? Bestiality. Yep. Anyways, that's going to end this video. If you all don't mind, because it's going to rain, please rate and subscribe. Please visit me on the Seance tonight. It will be on the Mother Wisdom Tree channel between 11:30 p.m. and 2 o'clock a.m. I look forward to seeing y'all, okay?